Today we're gonna use stamps Photoshop action, which can add a funny hand-drawn doodle effect to your simply graphic automatically in seconds. We will be creating various graphics so you can see how you can actually use this action in many interesting ways. Stay tuned. Hi guys, this is Mint Actions here. Today we're gonna create a couple of cool hand-drawn graphic designs and we will be using special Photoshop action to do this. You can probably imagine how long would it take to make similar composition manually from the beginning. With this action we achieve this in a very short period of time because this effect is fully automatic. I'm going to show you how to prepare your file in Photoshop to use this action. We will be using this action with black and white stencil and also normal photos. I will show you how you can modify your effects and choose in which area stamps will appear. We will be selecting best color variations, masking and even drawing our own stamps. You will see how you can use additional vector converting action to scale up your stamps without losing quality. We will also paste our stamp design to other photo and transform to match the correct perspective. And at last, I will show you how to create your own stencil for any photo that you want. Stamps Photoshop action is available in the link below in the description, so check that out. You can also find there some other interesting stuff. If you are interested in any new tools from Mint Actions that will be released, just subscribe this channel and click notification button. Now let's begin. At first, I'm going to show you how to actually install all action files in our Photoshop. So it's very easy, check that out. Go to Window and open our Actions panel. Go to Actions panel, here, click this button and go to Load Actions. Choose our Stamps Mint action file, ATN file, and click Load. Okay, here it is, our action file is now in action. Okay, now we're gonna go here, Edit, Presets, Presets Manager. Go to Patterns and load our patterns. Click Load, choose our Stamps pattern path file and load it. Okay, our patterns are loaded. Now we can go to Gradients and load our gradients file. Choose our gradients file, Stamps Gradients GRD file, and click Load. And at last, you can go to Brushes and load our brush hand-drawn stamps 4-pixel file. And here it is. This is only one brush and it isn't necessary to load it. You can load it only if you want to use this brush and paint some your personal stuff, and we'll be back to this later. Okay, done. Remember that your Photoshop must be in English, so to check that, go to Edit, Preferences, Interface, and here is the option. Okay, and now you need to go to Layers panel and click this button, go to Panel Options, and check that option, Add Copy to copied layers and groups. This option must be checked. Okay, now we can load our photo to Photoshop. So choose your photo, load it, here it is. The photo must be in the RGB mode, so click Image mode and check if it's right, and 8-bit channel. This is very important. Okay, and your photo must be on the locked background layer. So if it's not, like here, you must go to Layer, New, Background from Layer. Now it's proper. We loaded our photo, and now I'm going to show you how actually play around with these actions. So choose Stamps 1, for example, and click Play. And now the pop-up window showed, the threshold window, and for now we can just click OK because our image is already black and white stencil. So click OK and wait for the action finish. The effect's finished, and I must say that the effect already looks great. I'm always curious how my graphic will look like after using this action, because the effect is always surprising. So there are plenty of things that you can do with this effect, but for now I'm going to show you inverted negative version of this action, and for now I will click Stamps effect and delete it. Now let's play around with the second action, Stamps 1, and the negative version. Click Play So we notice that this image is inverted now, and the pop-up window appeared, and you will always notice that where the stumps will appear only in the black areas. So last time we have all the turtle's body was black, and the stamps were only on the turtle's body. And now we have a black background, so we know that the stamps will appear in only those black areas. So click OK and wait for the action is finished. So the effect is done. Now I want to play around with the adjustments. So the background is with no changes, and this is our original image. The background color layer, we can choose the background color here. Maybe something darker for now, dark blue, yes. A blue folder contains all the stamps, and all the layers above this folder changing the stamps adjustments. So you can, for example, change the color. Double click on this square to change the color of the stamps. So we can use whatever color you like. Okay. And next is a gradient layer. It's hidden. Let's show it. And it produces a gradient effect on our stamps, gradient color effect. And also we can change it for one of the 50 examples that we loaded before. And we can just play around with it to find something interesting. We can change the direction of the gradient. Okay, so I will hide it for now. Next layer is the color blacks, and this is when we show this layer and turn it on, and we will see that all the stamps has different colors now. So what I want to do is active turn on the random tweak layer also, and the color variations, because these colors are pretty, but there are also other variations. And here we can click and we can choose for example one of the again those 50 examples. So here's the fun starts, because there are plenty of different combination of colors and you can play around with it. You can also modify them, modify the gradients, and you see when you move those sections the colors slightly changed. And also you can change the color itself. For example, you can choose some other colors, maybe orange. You see the effects always is surprising. And what about this layer random tweak? When you go here inside this layer, you have a brightness adjustment. When you play around with brightness adjustment, it will change some of the colors randomly. So this is some random tweak that you can use if you want. If you want to come back to the only one color of the stamps, so you need to turn off this whole three layers and leave it only the one color version. So maybe for now, something like this. Last time we were using a stencil, black and white stencil image, and now it's time for using a real photo like this one. And for this photo we're using a stamps 2, and the stamps 2 is almost the same like stamps 1, but the only difference is that the pattern of the stamps are horizontally mirrored, so the stamps are reordered. So I will choose the stamps 2 and click play, and now the pop-up window appeared, threshold window, and now we have ability to decide where we're gonna put the stamps. And like you remember, the stamps will appear only in the darker areas. So I decided to decide that I want stamps in all these black areas, but not on the skin, not on her skin. So I just go a little to the right, and this will be good. So click OK and wait for the action is finished. Okay, so we see that our image is not clear. all we're gonna do is just go to background color and turn it off. So now we see our photo and our stamps. And I just think that the stamps are a little too small, so I want it bigger. So I will try again. So I just choose the folder stamp effect and delete it. And for now, I will change the resolution of this image. So I just set it to something smaller, like 1000, and it will change the stamps, make it bigger. So if we want a smaller stamps, we go higher resolution, and if we want the stamps to be smaller, to be bigger, we need to set a smaller resolution, like this one. So click OK. Okay, something like that, and click stamps 2 again. And again, I will go here and click OK. So we see now that the stamps are much bigger now. I just turn off the background color, and yes, it's much more bigger and it's better. So for now, I want to reduce some of the stamps because they are too many. For example, here, here, here. So first of all, first I want to do is I always do in this case is just to go to the stamps folder, and what we have here, there are 4 different layers: tiny, small, medium, large, and then they are just all stamps grouped by the size. So I just turn off the tiny and look if it's better. Yeah, it's already better. But for example, there is a little too much here and here. Okay, so I try to reduce the small. Maybe here is better, but here is a little too less. So I just activate small and just mask those one manually. So click on the mask on the stamps folder, choose the brush with a black color, and paint it on the mask just to mask it one by one. For example, maybe I will mask it here too. Easy and fast. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Maybe here also. Maybe here too. Okay. Now it's a good idea to add our own drawing. So to do that, we need to build a new layer. So go to Stamps Effect folder, click here, New Layer, and on this new layer we can draw by using our brush, 4-pixel brush that we load previous. So let's start drawing some. I prefer drawing with a tablet, graphic tablet. It's much easier than drawing with a mouse. So we need to choose the color like we have in stamps. So for example, white, and start drawing. Then draw some funny stuff. Or maybe she's sleeping, so we can add some text here. Yeah, it's so great. And the reason is why we put this layer here is because we still have ability to change the color of this our composition, but we need to be aware of putting this layer here, because now we see the color is here and here is not matched. So for now we need to put this layer standing there and change its color. For example, just clicking the color overlay and find some interesting color. Okay, for now I will delete this our drawings, delete layer 1, and now I'm going to show you how to increase the resolution of this image without losing the quality of the stamps, because like you remember, we decreased the resolution from 2060 pixels to 1000 pixels, and we need to increase the resolution to our original resolution without losing this quality. So to do that, we need to choose the stamps to vector action, which convert our stamps to fully scalable vector shapes. So just choose the stencil vector and click play. Wait for a second. Now the effect is ready. So the difference is that the stumps folder with the raster stumps are now hidden, and we have new stumps vector shapes layer, which is only the vector shapes. So now, like you see, it's all vector. So now we can just increase the resolution. 2060. This is the original resolution of this photo, and click OK. Now I swapped the low resolution image with a bigger resolution image. So to do that, go to File, just click the background first, and go to File, click Place, and choose our original image. And our image is here. Be sure that our image is matched with a background. So now you see our blurred image is below the original. You can use Stumps Photoshop Action with your own created stencils, or choose something from the web. To find some great examples and inspiration, just go to Google and write the word stencil, and there are plenty of great inspirations of stencils that you just can download and use in your designs. I found a really nice example of Albert Einstein stencil, and I want to make the graphic with white stencils and with white stamps, and paste it on the glass on this photo and match the perspective on this window. So to do that, I will go to stamps 1 negative, because I want the stamps only in the white areas, and let's play. Okay, so we see that the black areas now, exactly where the stamps will be, they're only in the place that I want. So click OK. Okay, the effect is finished, and I clearly see that this is the Albert Einstein. So this is a 2,500 pixels resolution, so the effect is good enough. So now I can copy this whole folder into our window file. I will go to this file. I will turn off the background, and now I see that our stencil is much bigger than I want. So all I need to do is select the whole folder, click Ctrl or Command T, and just click Shift and hold Shift and reduce it to the size that I want. And also now I can click and hold Ctrl Command and move the corners to match the perspective. Okay, I think it will be good. And click Enter. And voila, we have Albert Einstein on the glass. Let's say I want to add the stamps only in the circle, only in this circle, and not on this man, on this boy. So only here. If I use the action on this photo, so I'll choose the stamp file and click play, and we can notice that this photo isn't best match what we really want. So now they're all black areas, and we don't want to have these stamps on the boy and in this area too. So what we need to do is, I just delete the layer one for now. What we need to do is create our own stencil. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. So at first we need to build a circle and try to match as close as possible to this size. Okay, so the circle is black, and it's good because we want stamps appear in only black areas. So, but we don't want to the stamps cover this boy. So, okay, for now I will rasterize this layer and hide it. So, click on the background, and now I just select only the boy. So turn on the ellipse 1, select ellipse 1 layer and click delete. And Ctrl or Command D to reduce the selection. Okay, so now we have the black area in the nice shape, and this is exactly what we want. So, for example, I can add some text here. So just go to T. So, for example, cool. Maybe bigger. So this text will be white, so the stumps will cover only black areas, and there will be free spacing here without stamps. And now I'm gonna add a solid color, white background, and I'm gonna now rasterize the type, select all these 3 layers, merge it in one layer. So we now have a ready stencil on one layer. So okay, I will duplicate this layer to a new file. Okay, and now I can use our action, stamps action. So for example, stamps 1. So we now want the stamps appear only in the black areas, so we can use stamps 1 or stamps 2 instead of the negative versions. Don't forget to convert this layer into the background layer. So click this layer and go to Layer, New, Background from Layer. And now we can use the stamps. Okay, now this effect is finished, and we will see that the nice text appear, and the silhouette, we see the silhouette of the boy. So now we need duplicate this graphic. So check the stamps effect folder and duplicate it, duplicate group, to our boy JPEG, our image with a boy. Okay, so I will go to the first file, and now we see we have this duplicate group. So now I can turn off the background and turn off our stencil, and what we have here, the effect is ready. Simple and easy and very fast. Okay, that's all guys. Remember that you need to load your action files to make the action working correctly. This is extremely important. If you miss any of these steps, the action probably will stuck. Remember, you can use it with simple stencil and also normal photos. Don't forget that you can scale up your stems by using vector converting action, and you can always create your own stencil for any photo. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and check our site, the link is in description. Take care, bye.